I guess they're a little late.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, let's start with the Mangalacharan. Who wants to do the Mangalacharan? Go ahead, Vedant.
Om Janati Mandasya Jagajana Slakaya Kaskesur Udmalitam Yena Taspe Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Tadati Savapadantikam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Om Agyana, it's when it is JN, it's Gya. Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya. Gyananjana, right?
Okay.
Shalakya Chakshur. See, here is Chakshur. Yes, okay. Mahek, go ahead. Next one.
Mandeham Shri Guru Shiv Papa Kamalam Shri Guru Varsanam Cha Shri Rupam Sagvadatam Saganarayitatam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Saganarayita Shri Vishakadam Cha.
Thank you, Beta. Who wants to go next? A lot of people are not on video, so I don't even know. Where you want to go next?
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kancha Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priya.
Thank you. So it is Hey Krishna. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu. It seems he, but it's Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu. Okay. All right. Let's see who I can. Nimai or who wants to go next? Shriya, you want to do this? Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha?
Okay, Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Namo Om Vishnupadaya. Go ahead.
Namo Om Vishnupataya Krishnapataya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pastayati Sitarani.
Thank you. Nimai, you want to say?
Okay, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Thank you. Jaini, you want to say the Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
This is what you do, but you can't
Jaini? Okay, she is. Okay. All right, that's fine. So let's just a quick recap. And kids, if you can turn your camera on, that would be great. A quick recap. The elephant Gajendra is in water. He's been fighting for 1,000 years, and he is being attacked by the crocodile. If you see his feet, his legs are being attacked by the crocodile. He's becoming weaker and weaker, and he's praying to the Supreme Personality of Godhead to protect him, right? So we discussed till this part, right? We said this is like Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he has different ministers. We discussed the ministry of creation is headed by Brahma. The ministry of destruction is headed by Shiva. The ministry of electricity, the sun. The ministry of agriculture is the moon. Rain is Indra. Finance is Kuvera. Justice is Yamaraj. Air, the Ministry of Air is Vayu. The Ministry of Water is Varun. So they are different posts, and different jivas, different atmas occupy the position. They are very exalted, no doubt. Like they are not like us. Like they are very exalted people who have done so much service bhakti to Krishna, but they now want to also have some control or lording over. Like they have karma mishra bhakti, meaning they want some control or powers also. So Krishna gives them these powers of controlling these different things. But if we should worship so the Supreme Personality of God, just like when you water a plant, the roots of a plant or the roots of a tree, all the leaves and the flowers and the twigs and the stem, everything gets water. Similarly, if you worship Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or you worship Vishnu, who is none other than Krishna, then everybody else, like Hanumanji, Brahma, sun, moon, everybody gets the water. They are also happy that you're worshiping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is what we discussed last time. Who wants to read this? So the prayers of Gajendra continue. Arya, you want to read this? Arya?
Okay. Since an animal such as me has surrendered unto you, who are supremely liberated, certainly you will release me from this dangerous position. Indeed, being extremely merciful, you
Incessantly
try to deliver me. By your personal feature as Paramatma, you are situated in the hearts of all embodied beings. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge, and you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obediences unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes. So we had discussed like there are three forms of God, right? Bhagavan, which is in his personal form, and then the Paramatma is in his heart, and then Brahman, which is the effulgence, the light, right? The energy of God. So this elephant is praying that you will release me. Definitely, you will release from this dangerous position because you are very merciful. See, and Paramatma is in the hearts of everyone. You see the picture, right? Paramatma, this Paramatma is in Shiro Dakshay Vishnu, right? Shiro Dakshay Vishnu is in the heart of a parrot, is in the heart of a yogi, is in the heart of a lion, is in the heart of a baby, is in the heart of the dogs, is in the heart of a peacock, is in the heart of a duck. So if we realize this, or if we understand this, Paramatma is in everybody, so we will not fight with anybody, right? We will not fight with our friends. We will not fight with, we will not think of killing an animal. We will not think of like, oh, he doesn't like me, or I don't like him, or because that's covering, that's outer thing. But you see, Paramatma and Atma are there in everybody, whether it's an animal, whether it's a human being. And this reminds me of the Bhagavad Gita verse. Can somebody remind me of that verse? Does anybody remember that verse? Pandita Samardarshina, Mahima or Sahas? Do you remember? Where you will have to see with everybody with equal vision. Yes, Mahima, go ahead.
I remember one verse. I forgot the number, but I know it's Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Kavihastini Sunichaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshina, where Krishna says, 5.18. Yeah, where Krishna says that like a learned person sees like a brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater, with like equal vision.
Yes, yes, that is true. Yes, even if it could be a brahmana, a dog eater, an elephant, a dog, everybody you see with the equal vision. So that verse, it's there in Bhagavad Gita. This is the same thing. Say, why is he saying this? Why is because he's an elephant. He's crying out to that Paramatma, saying, please, please protect me. And that Paramatma is transcendental knowledge, right? We just have knowledge of what? A book, 2 books, 3 books, 100 books, material books, we have knowledge. But Paramatma knows every single thing. Okay, he knows what is going on in Mahima's mind. He knows what is going on in Sahas' mind. He knows what is going on in Mahek's mind. But we only know what is going in my mind, right? Paramatma knows everybody's mind. That is why he's called the super soul. We just have a soul inside and a super soul, but the super soul knows all bodies. Our soul knows only our body, right? So we should pray to him. Okay, who wants to read this? Go ahead, Avya.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead creates his minor parts and parcels, the Jiva Tattva, beginning with Lord Brahma, the demigods, and the expansions of the Vedic knowledge,
Rig. Sama Ved. See, this is the Sama. Rig.
Sama, Rig, Yajur, and Atharva, and including all other living entities, moving and non-moving with their different names and characteristics, as the sparks of the fire or the shining rays of the sun emanate from their source and merge into again and again the mind of intelligence. The mind, the intelligence, the senses, the growth, the subtle maternal bodies, and the continuous transformation of the Lord of the different modes of nature, all emanate from the Lord and again merge into him. He is neither demigod nor demon, neither human nor bird or beast. He is not woman, man, or neuter, nor is he an animal. He is not material quality. He is not a material quality, a fruitive activity, a manifestation or non-manifestation. He is the last word of the discrimination of not this, not this. And he is unlimited. All glory to the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes, thank you. This is a difficult purport. This is a difficult verse to understand. But we have what he's trying to say. The elephant is again praying to Krishna. He's not calling out by a name. He's just saying, I am crying out to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That Bhagavan. He doesn't know who that is. He's saying there is somebody who is supreme. And I'm crying out to that Bhagavan who creates the Jiva Tattva. Does anybody know what does Jiva Tattva mean? Does anybody ask Vedant?
I know that Jeev means living, so it's something to do with living, and yeah.
Yeah, so Jeev means living. Yes, these are the living entities. Jiva Tattva means we, human beings, animals, everybody in this material or spiritual universe who are Atmas, the Jivas. So he creates Lord Brahma, right? Shri Dakshaya Vishnu, from the navel of Garbho Dakshaya Vishnu comes Brahma, right? So he creates Lord Brahma. Yes, Jen. Hi, Jen, you have a question?
I don't know what's going on because when they call me to sing Mangala Charan, I had a microphone problem, so and I couldn't hear, so I missed half of the class.
That's fine. I'll send you the recording. Okay.
Okay.
So, Brahmaji was created by Garbho Dakshaya Vishnu and all the demigods. And the expansions of Vedic knowledge from Krishna, from Vishnu comes all the Vedas, the Sam Veda, the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, and the Athar Veda. You know that the 4 Vedas are there, right? those are also coming from Krishna. Every living thing and every non-living thing is also coming from him, right? And all the three modes of senses, the three modes of nature are also coming from him. Can anybody tell me what are the three modes of nature? Okay, Jaini.
Mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Beta. Now, can anybody give me examples of these modes? Okay, I want to see some other hands. Maiman always answers. Okay, and I want to see the faces of others so I can see if I can ask them. If they can turn their cameras on. Okay, so besides Mahima and Vedant, who can give me answer to the examples for the three modes of nature? Okay, Avya, go ahead.
I have a question before that. So what do you mean by the three modes of nature?
What are the three modes of material nature? So these are the modes of nature which are working upon you to condition you based on like what you do. They are being influenced by the three modes of nature. So when I give the example, it will become clear. And that's why I'm asking the example.
Is one of them Maya?
No. The three modes of nature are mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Maya is the shadow of Krishna, and it is illusory energy. This Maya has this material world has these three modes of material nature. They don't exist in the spiritual world. So okay, let's see. Vedant, you want to give me the example of mode of say ignorance?
Mode of I don't know exactly, but I think I have a good guess. So the mode of ignorance is when you just don't listen to anyone and do what you want, and do like it controls you basically.
Yes, good. Yes, Mahima, go ahead.
So the mode of ignorance, which is like known as tamagun in Sanskrit, is basically like a quality which you don't want to have. It's like when you're being lazy, when you like overeat, when you oversleep, when you have like bad thoughts. So basically it's like when you're at like your lowest state and you're always being lazy, which is kind of common right now in Kali Yuga. And then the mode of passion, it's called Rajagun in Sanskrit, and it's basically like you're doing something like that's good, but you're doing too much of it. For example, like if you're like have a job and you have to work, there's like certain amounts of like times like where you have to work. But in the mode of passion, it's like when you're working the whole throughout the whole day and throughout the whole night without taking a break. So like you're doing something too much of it and you're like excessively doing it. And then the mode of goodness, which is known as Sattvagun, is basically like when you're doing things like for your good health, which is like waking up early, not overeating, having like good thoughts and things like that.
Wonderful, Mahima. Yes, she explained it very well. So we're in the material world. We are influenced by these three modes of nature, which is Sattvagun, which is the mode of goodness, Rajogun, which is the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance, which is Tamogun. So we should try to be in the mode of goodness. Again, we are not perfect. Sometimes we might be in the mode of ignorance, like we are sleeping too much. We should try to not do that. Or doing what is wrong and you don't even know what is right and wrong, but you're always doing wrong. That is the mode of ignorance. Like the Shastra says, okay, you should wake up early. You should then take a shower and chant and then do your work. But then sometimes I know you as kids, you want to sleep in late and you sleep late and then you wake up late. That is mode of ignorance. We should be in the mode of goodness, right? Mode of goodness is, okay, you are very equipoised, you don't get angry. When you get angry and you shout, that is mode of passion. You want to do something now, that is mode of passion. And mode of passion is also not good. Mostly in the material world, mostly in this earth, more people are in mode of passion. I want to get to the CEO of the company. Okay, you can get to the CEO of the company, but they should not be like, okay, if I don't get it, I will kill somebody or I will do something. So you should have ambition, but you should be equipoised. Okay, I will try hard, and the rest, the remaining thing is with Krishna. So we should try to be in the mode of goodness. Eat what is required, study well, read your Krishna book, read scriptural books, chant, like you become a very nice person. And what is the mode which is beyond goodness, ignorance, and passion? What is that mode? Does anybody know? So that we will not be in this material world. That mode is called pure goodness. It's called Shuddha Sattva. Right? Sattva Gun is mode of goodness. But beyond mode of goodness is Shuddha Sattva, where you're doing everything for Krishna. Say, okay, Krishna, I'm reading this book so that I can speak. Okay, Krishna, I'm studying so that I can earn a job and then build a temple or build a good house so that I can call the devotees for kirtan. Where your thoughts, whatever action you're doing, whatever your thoughts are doing, are centered on Krishna. That is Shuddha Sattva. When you have that, then we can go back to Golok Vrindavan. Because even if you have mode of goodness, you will get punya, credit, saying, okay, your bank balance will increase. You have so much money. So you will take another birth to take that. You might become Bill Gates, or you might become Elon Musk, or you become, I don't know, the most famous Bollywood actor, because you did so much piety, so much good work in the mode of goodness in the last life, that Krishna will give you a good thing to in this life, in next life. But again, you have to come back here. But when you go to Shuddha Sattva, because everything is situated with Krishna, Krishna will call you in his home. So Krishna is the source. All these modes of ignorance, passion, and ignorance come to are coming from him. So can you like, if you really want to go to the mode of Shuddha Sattva, you have to come to the mode of goodness, right? Just like when you say, if you want to go to India, you have to go to the airport, right? You have to go to the airport, and then you are going in the plane, and the plane will be on the tarmac for some minutes, right? It keeps driving, and then it flies off. So if you don't want to go to Krishna's board, but if you want to go to Krishna's Golok Vrindavan, you have to go to the mode of goodness. That gives you the platform. So when you're in the mode of goodness for a long time, and then you say, okay, now I'll be more in the mode of the Shuddha Sattva, and you will fly off. So if you're in mode of passion and ignorance, it's like you are driving a car and you said, I want to go to India. How will you go to India with driving a car? You need a plane. So you need to go to the airport. You need to drive. You need to be in the plane, right? And that plane is in the mode of goodness. So you're in the mode of goodness, and then it flies, and then it goes to the Shuddha Sattva. So don't we want to be in the mode of goodness? And then pure Shuddha Sattva, yeah. So try to small things. Listen to your parents. Listen to your teachers. Read books, especially the scriptural books. Try to cut down on video games and stuff. I know as kids you want to play, yes, play, but try to see how much Krishna conscious activities you can do. Think about Krishna, read about him, do chanting, listen to Mahamantra Kirtan. And then he's saying Krishna is not a woman, man, or neutral. He is not. So when you're saying he's not this, you're not this, when you classify everything which is not, then at the end it is Krishna. Because everything comes from Krishna. And he's saying all glories to that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, we will move. So, okay, who wants to read this? Jaini, you want to read this? Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, after this Adhav, okay? After Jaini.
Do I have to read the whole page or just?
No, you read the first paragraph and then the next paragraph the other will read.
Okay, now fooling desire release from material life, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality, who is the creator of the universe, who is himself the form of the universe, and who is nothing less transcendental to its cosmic manifestation. He is the supreme knower of everything in this world, the super soul of the universe. He is the unborn, supremely situated Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
Thank you, Beta. Adam, go ahead.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose
Illusory?
Who's illusory energy, the jiva, who is a part of the parcel of God, forgets his real identity because of the bodily concept of his life. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose glories are difficult to understand.
Yes, the glories of Krishna are difficult to understand. You know, the Sheshnag has thousands and thousands of mouths, and it keeps continuously chanting. It can continuously glorifying Krishna. That Krishna killed Kalya, Krishna killed the Dhanukasura, Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill. He's been glorifying Krishna since so many thousands and millions and billions of years. Still, he's not able to catch up. There's so many glories of Krishna, so many glories of Krishna. So he is praying to that Krishna who is beyond this cosmic manifestation. Like you have the material world, he's beyond that, right? And he never takes birth. Then when Krishna was born, which form did he come? Does anybody know? Janmashtami is coming. Yes, Vedant.
He came as like a normal kid with clothes on, everything that a normal kid wouldn't come out as.
Okay, it's partially correct. Let's see, Sahas.
He came in as Vishnu as a four-armed form.
Yes, very nice. So he came in an adult form with his Shankha, Chakra, Padma, and Gada. He had conch shell and the Sudarshan Chakra in the other hand, and the mace in the other hand, the third hand, and what am I missing? The lotus flower in the fourth hand. And then he was wearing a dhoti, yellow dhoti. He had a big mukut, shining mukut. He had the jewels. And he was speaking. Which baby does that? Is he an ordinary human being? No. The same thing. So he's saying he is unborn. We all, our bodies take birth, right? We come from our mom. But he is unborn. He's Aja. And again, we also, our souls don't take birth, right? The bodies take birth and the bodies die, and but our eternal soul, the soul lives forever, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, right? The soul never dies. You can try to cut it with the sword. You can try to burn it. You can try to drown it with water. It's never going to be destroyed. But Krishna is the supreme unborn. He's praying to that. So we should also say, these prayers are so beautiful. If you read these prayers and think about these prayers as you get up in the morning, Krishna will take you back to Godhead. These prayers are very powerful. That's why we are spending time on this. And even Amarendra Prabhu, I know some of you guys know who is Amarendra Prabhu. He says, when you're taking shower, recite these prayers. Because, the Gajendra was in the water. In the shower, you're in the water and you're remembering Krishna. Gajendra is in the water, in the pond, in the lake, and he is in this material life. His legs is being crushed by this crocodile. Same thing. We are in this material world. Oh, I need to do this, so much homework. I need to prepare for this. I need to do that. I don't like that person. This is all Maya. So that if you want to get rid of that, then you think of Krishna and Krishna will take you. Okay. So we will go to the next slide. Who wants to read? Go ahead, Vedant.
When the king of the elephants was describing the supreme authority without mentioning any particular person, he did not invoke the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, and Chandra. Thus none of them approached him. However, because Lord Hari is the super soul
Purushottam,
Purushottam, the personality of Godhead, he appeared before Gajendra. After understanding the awkward condition of Gajendra, who had offered his prayers, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, who lives everywhere, appeared with the demigods, who were offering prayers to him. He carrying his disc and other weapons, he appeared there on the back of his carrier, Garuda, with great speed, according to his desire. Thus he appeared before Gajendra. Thank you.
Thank you, Beta. So he did not mention any name, right? He did not mention, he was praying that Bhagavan come. He did not say Krishna, he did not say Shiva, he did not say Brahma. So because he said Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, none of the demigods being Devata, right? Who pray to the Supreme Lord. So none of the demigods, Brahma did not come, Shiva did not come, Indra did not come, Chandra did not come, nobody came. Because they're saying he's praying to Vishnu, he's praying to Krishna, let him come, because he's not praying to us. So that Lord Hari, who is Vishnu, that Lord came, who is the super soul, who knows everybody's heart, he came before Gajendra. See that? He is riding on Garuda. He came. And the demigods, they felt, okay, we should have also helped Gajendra, but they saw Vishnu is coming, so they started praying to him. They also started offering him prayers. And he came with great speed. You know, Garuda comes with great speed. He came with great speed, and he came to protect Gajendra. Let's see what's going to happen next. Okay. Who wants to read? Okay, Avya, you have read or not read? You've already read, right? Sahas, go ahead. So Sahas, go ahead, read.
Gajendra had forcefully captured by the crocodile in the water and was feeling acute pain. But when he saw that Narayan, wielding his disc, was coming in the sky on the back of Garuda, he immediately took a lotus flower in his trunk, and with great difficulty, due to his painful condition, he uttered the following words: "O my Lord Narayan, Master of the universe, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you." Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in such an aggrieved position, the unborn Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, immediately got down from the back of Garuda by his causeless mercy and pulled out the king of the elephants, along with the crocodile, out of the water. And then, in presence of all the demigods who were looking on, the Lord severed the crocodile's mouth from its body with its disc. In this way, he saved Gajendra, the king of the elephants.
Yes, very bold, right? So see, what does Gajendra do? He is in so much pain. He saw that Narayan is coming, Vishnu is coming, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is coming. What does he do? He picks up a lotus from the pond and he offers that to Krishna. He offers that to Vishnu. And this reminds me of the verse in Bhagavad Gita. Can somebody tell me that verse? It's a very famous verse in Bhagavad Gita. That when you offer, I already gave out the hint. Okay, let's see. Hasahas knows. When you offer. Okay, yes, Nima, you know?
Patram pushpam phalantoyam yome bhakta prayachati dalaham bhakti uparitam ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Thank you, beta. Very nice. Can you tell me the translation also?
I forgot it.
Okay, that's fine. Can anybody tell me the translation?
I can tell a short form.
Yes, go ahead.
Like if Krishna will accept a water, a lotus, and tulsi, a leaf, and
Okay, good try, good try. Let's see. Mahima, go ahead. But thank you, Vedant. Thank you, Niman. Go ahead.
The translation for that verse 9.26 is that with love and devotion, Krishna will accept water, a flower, a fruit, and a leaf with love and devotion.
Yes, very nice. See, if you offer, even if you offer a fruit or a flower or a leaf or water, he will, with love and devotion. The main thing is love and devotion. If you're offering him with love and devotion, he will accept it. He doesn't need your big house or millions of dollars. He just needs your love and devotion. So Gajendra, he is in so much pain. So much pain. He's been fighting for 1,000 years. And he sees Narayan. What does he do? Even with that pain, he picks up that flower, the lotus flower, and he gives it to Narayan. See how much love and devotion he has from him. And how he has that? Because he did bhakti in his past life. And we will understand that in the next lesson, that what he did in last life, that he became an elephant in this life. So then Vishnu, what does Vishnu do? Then what does Hari do? He pulls out both the crocodile and the elephant from the pond. And then he uses his Sudarshan Chakra to cut the mouth of that crocodile. And who was this crocodile in the prior life? We will also know in the next class. Isn't it wonderful that when you are in trouble, you cry out to Krishna and Krishna will always help you? You know, the Maharani Kunti, you know who is Kunti? Who is Kunti? Does anybody know who is Kunti? Okay, Vedant knows. Somebody else? Who is Kunti? I know Avya knows. Adhav, do you know who is Kunti? No, okay. Mahek, do you know who is Kunti Maharani? No. Okay, Adhav, you know? Okay, go ahead, Adhav. No, you know? Do you know Adhav? No, okay. Let's say Sahas. Who is Kunti Maharani?
The Pandavas' mother.
Yes, the mother of Arjun, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Nakul, Sahadev. Yes.
Yeah.
So she in her prayers says, okay, Krishna, there's so much difficulties in life, keep them coming. Because when the difficulties come in life, we pray to you. So when difficulties come, or when the chapter is too hard, or when something is going wrong, or when you're sick, Kunti Maharani says, keep them coming, because when the difficulties come, I think of you. I pray to you. Same thing. If you're sick, if you're in too much trouble, you have a fight going on with your friend, you don't feel disheartened. You pray to Krishna. See, in this times of, because he's struggling for 1,000 years, this elephant. And he's praying so hard that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he came himself. And he protected him by killing the crocodile. Okay, so next time we will discuss how he returns to the spiritual world. We have 15 minutes left. I want to do something else. Before I do, does anybody have any questions?
Prabhuji?
Yes.
I have one question. So, about the story. Didn't Gajendra Moksha was actually in the mode of like he was enjoying, but but wasn't that a little bad? And then how did Krishna come to him?
So he was enjoying. See, he was cursed in his previous life, so he became an elephant. One of the munis, and we will talk about it next time. The munis cursed him. You were silent. You're like dumb. You become an elephant. But he was a great soul in the previous life. He was like completely dedicated to Krishna. But because of the curse, he became an elephant because he was doing a silence Maunvratam. He was having a vow of silence. He did not respect a muni and he did not speak to him. So he became an elephant. So in his elephant life, he did not know who was Krishna, or he forgot everything. And he was enjoying with his wives and his friends in the water, and he was playing in water, and he was drinking water, and he was playing so much. And then the crocodile attacked him. And when the crocodile attacked him and he was getting nowhere and he was losing all his energy, then he remembered his previous life. He remembered the prayers which he used to do as Indradyumna Maharaj. Then he remembered his prayers, and then he prayed very sincerely from his heart, Krishna or the Bhagavan, please protect him. And Vishnu came, Hari came. Because he was in this body, he forgot everything. Does that answer your question, Jayani?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
So anybody has any other questions? Okay, so yes, go ahead, Avya.
So if Gajendra in his old life was like a really good person and he was in the manga, like rishis like know like what's happening and they know like which person's like if that person was not responding and being disrespectful, the rishis know like that, oh, this person like has this in mind or this person has that in mind. So why couldn't the rishi just like tell Gajendra?
Yeah. So so Indradyumna, he was Indradyumna, he was the king. He could have reversed the curse, but he said, okay, I might have done something wrong, so I will take this. It is Krishna's will. I will take this curse. He willfully took this curse and he said, okay, I'm not against this. There must be something better in this. He took it. Okay, I am not going to fight against this curse. I'm going to take this curse. And because Krishna is sanctioning that, I will take this curse and I'll become an elephant. He said he did not plead or did not say that, okay, I will not, because he was very powerful. He could have reversed the curse. The similar thing happened with some other guy. Does anybody know? Does anybody know there was a curse? Another story? Anybody know there was a curse where somebody was to die in 7 days? There was a curse. Okay, I see. Okay, go ahead, Jaini. Who was that person? Who was cursed? What was the curse?
I mean, the curse was that like a king, he was a very nice guy. What happened is that I don't remember his name, but his name, I know the meaning of his name. He was always searching.
Parikshit Maharaj. Yes, very nice.
And because Parikshit Maharaj got protected from Krishna while the Brahmastra was trying to kill him.
Okay, so that you just told me the story about the birth, but why was he cursed and what was the curse?
The curse was that like he'll die in 7 days, and why the reason why the curse was formed is because he threw a dead snake on a guy's father while he was meditating, and the son told that you'll die in 7 days. So all those 7 days he was chanting the Srimad he was listening to the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Wonderful, Jaini. Very proud of you. Thank you. Very nice. Okay, Mahima or Avya, you want to add anything? Yes, Mahima, go ahead.
So like Jayani said, the curse was that he's gonna die in 7 days. And because he was gonna die, he that was like almost gonna be the end of his life. So he asked Sukadeva Goswami, and then that's like questions, and that's how like the whole like Bhagavatam formed.
Yes, very nice. Yes, Sahas. And then Avya.
I
Okay.
have a question.
Yeah.
So how do they know like who everybody was in their past life? Was it like before in like the last yuga or something that they knew their past life, and like now we don't know our past life? Or
No, only the very exalted people know who were they in the past life. So Vyasdev is called Trikalagya, meaning he knows past, present, and future. Very, very highly elevated, very transcendent place. Either yogi or devotee can look at you and can tell you in a second, oh, in past life you were this, in the 7 lives before you were this, 100 lives before you were this. They can tell you an entire history. Does that answer your question, Sahas? Even today, many people can tell you that. Okay, even I've read books where like some of the modern scientists and the psychologists will put you through hypnosis, right? They will make you sleep and they will talk to you. And I don't know how much of it is true, but I've read books where they will put you in hypnosis and then you go into deep, deep sleep and they ask you questions and then you go back to your prior life, 100 lives before, 10 lives before, and then you start answering. Then you say, oh, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, I'm this in this life, I'm a soldier, I'm a doctor in this life. They will tell you. Yes, Avya, go ahead.
Have you ever got your
Hypnosis? No, I have not done. I have not done that.
wait? Do they still do it?
Yes, they still do it. Again, that's not we want to do. I don't know what is the validity of it. This is really, but some very transcendental bhaktas, some devotees, some yogis can tell you that. But we don't need to understand that. What gain are we going to get out of it? The gain, okay, whatever we have done, we have done. Now, what is the path forward? How do we make sure that we can go and serve Krishna? That is the best thing to do. Yes, Ahas.
so there was one pastime with Prabhupada. So there was this one person who he said that so Prabhupada, I think he said that in his past life he was a prostitute. Or he said something. I forgot what he said. But so one person said, so in my past life, somebody said that told him that he was a person, he fought against Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and Prabhupada automatically knew that was false because everybody on the battlefield of Kurukshetra was what's it called, delivered.
Yeah, they were delivered to the Brahmajyoti. So now because you said about Prabhupada, I'll tell you a secret. Who was he in the past life? And Prabhupada told that. Not many people know that.
To you?
It's very confidential. It's very confidential. So I'm telling you because you brought this up about Prabhupada. So Prabhupada was in the temple, in one of the temples in ISKCON, Texas. I don't know whether it was Dallas or Houston, or Austin or Houston. So to the devotees there, in confidentially, he said that they were asking him questions, and he said, they were asking, why did you come to this material world? And Prabhupada said, so I was sitting with Krishna, I was playing with him, I was his friend in Golok Vrindavan, and we were joking around, and then Krishna says to me, oh, Prabhupada, I don't know what his real name there in the spiritual world is, can you do me a favor? He said, what do you want? You want butter? You want milk? I'm not going to go there and get it from Yashoda Maya. I'm not going to you can go and get yourself. No, he said, no, can you please do me a favor? He's ignoring, Prabhupada is ignoring Krishna. Okay, my friend keeps on talking. So Krishna asked one time, Krishna asked 2 times. Krishna asked him 3 times. Then he said, Prabhupada, what do you want? Then Krishna says, can you go to the material world? Can you go to the earth and deliver and talk about my Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam to these fallen souls so that they can come to me? Then Prabhupada said, but Krishna, it is very hard because it can, I can get stuck here because this material world is so dangerous, it's risky. I don't want to go there. Then Krishna said, don't worry, I'll bring you back. You go and deliver my message of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam there. That's why Prabhupada came. So that was Prabhupada's prior life, Sahas. Okay, yes, Avya.
So is Prabhupada still there? And is like the other person, Ved Vyas, like that person still there too?
No, so Prabhupada left this earthly planet like years ago, probably, I don't know the exact date, probably more than 30 years ago.
19,
he came
no,
19.
no,
How much?
I think it was in November 1977.
What is it, 77? Okay. I don't remember the exact date. So he left his body in the Dham of Vrindavan when he came to the US when he was 69 with just 40 rupees. And in 10 years, he has more than 40 crores. He built 108 temples in the matter of 10 years. And he spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Who can do that? Krishna's friend. If Krishna's mercy is not there, then and you see even Americans, you see even Russians, you see Chinese, everybody praying to Krishna. Who did that? It's Prabhupada who spread this movement all far world around. So we are all grateful. I'm teaching all this from these books, which are translated and given by purport by Prabhupada. All the classes that I'm giving is from Prabhupada's books. We are so grateful to Prabhupada, and his appearance day is coming right after Janmashtami. Within 2 weeks, it's coming. Okay, it's 11:29. I wanted to talk about something which is coming up on August 11th. It's Balaram Purnima, the appearance day of Balaram. Since we talked about Prabhupada is our spiritual master. He's our Adi Guru, he's Jagat Guru, he's the spiritual master. And who is the Adi Guru? Like first Guru is Balaram. Because Balaram, he serves Krishna in every form. If Krishna or Vishnu needs a thing to lie down, he's the Sheshnath. If Krishna wants to hear Kirtan, he becomes a Mridanga. He becomes the Kartal. And from Balaram comes all the Vishnus come from Balaram, because from Krishna comes Balaram, and from Balaram comes all the Vishnus. And then Brahma. Yes, Avya, you have a question?
Yeah, I have one more. So Balaram was so good, and Krishna was Balaram's friend. But then when Duryodhana and the Pandavas were versing, why did Balaram help Duryodhana and like teach Duryodhana how to use the stuff?
Yeah, because that is Leela. See, if everything just everybody is so if somebody surrenders to you and becomes you, says, can you become my guru? You will not say no, right? He's not teaching him bad things. He's only teaching him the art of fighting. And when the battle of Kurukshetra said, he did not fight. Balaram did not fight. He said, I am not to be on any side. He only taught him how to do mace fighting, but he did not teach him that you do bad things.
But Balaram knew that Duryodhana was bad, and he's gonna become bad, and he's gonna verse the Pandavas.
But then say, okay, if you go to a school, a student is bad and he's doing bad things, does the teacher stop teaching? Yes, Sahas, you have a question?
But I thought like Balaram, didn't he like Duryodhana though?
Yes, he liked Duryodhana. But he never kind of gave so that was a Leela, just so teasing Krishna and Krishna teasing Balaram. They as brothers, they're just teasing each other. But he always wanted Pandavas to win. He always wanted, he knew that what Krishna is doing is right. Okay, so why I was talking about Balaram? Because Balaram's birthday is coming on 11th, and on the 19th, Krishna's birthday is coming. And on September 3rd, whose birthday is coming?
Radharani.
Radharani. So it's festival time. So get ready. Read Balaram's story, Dhenukasur. We remember we did Dhenukasur, we did Pralambasur. Read those and think about Balaram. Pray that I pray to you, Balaram, so that you give me the spiritual strength. Bala means strength. Ram means who gives pleasure. So we ask him, give us the spiritual strength so we can do Mala every day. We become good students. We become good children and do bhakti and go back to Golok Vrindavan in this very lifetime. And then we catch the dhoti of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada went up there. He's Krishna's friend. He can help us. Right? So thank you, everyone. With that, we will stop here and say our prayers. Vancha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhya ekvacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo nama anantakoti vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. All the kids ki jai. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
See you next Sunday.
Thank you. Bye.